Okay. Let's see. I've been in this group for a year and a half. I was poking around for a group for a long time and suddenly found this one half a mile from my house, which was nice. I write mostly short fiction. I've been on and off over the years done freelance travel writing and other kind of writings, and then got into short fiction, and I've been published a few years ago, and now I'm trying to get published again, which is hard, but I'm working on it. So I'm reading a short story here that is kind of picks up on Ira's theme, but is not just one moment in a school day, but kind of a quick survey of from kindergarten to senior year, focusing on one specific aspect of that. So rated R. So prepare yourself. Classmates know this story. So.
And are so glad you're reading.
It's called A Brief History of Love. It's not until the morning he's to start kindergarten with Miss Tiley that Paul sees at eye level the small painting of the lady. Lying on cushions with her arms behind her head, her skin is orange, and everything is showing. Red-tipped boobs, belly button, a patch of black between her legs, a patch under each arm. A word comes to him and forms in his mouth. Nude, he says. Her hair is short and black, like his mother has, and like his mother, her eyes are slanty slits. The eyes are looking right at him, her mouth smiling in one corner. His mother calls him, walks him to the bus stop. When the bus arrives and she stoops to kiss him, but he pulls away, hating her. He will not look at her face. Where is Paul gone? Mrs. Krukowski asks the second grade class. She's an ocean liner of a woman, dressed like a girl in a plaid skirt and white blouse, but he is right there, crouched under her desk, grinning and breathing the warmed air, gazing at the darkening space where her shins disappear into something, some garment under her skin. A girl, Melissa, shrieks, "He's under your desk!" Fingers dig into his head, find an ear, and pull. Mrs. Krukowski's face has gone black. She holds him out before the class, shaking with anger, staring at this monster that she has caught by the ear. In fourth grade, Miss O'Hara tells him she loves him. Or does she just look at him that way when she says he's the best pupil she's ever taught? It's June, the end of the school year, is days away. She reads A Wrinkle in Time from a chair, and the class sits below her, cross-legged, ducklings on the floor. Worry is washing over Paul. His eyes dart from her shiny forehead to her chin, to her bare arms, to her green and black high heels. End of chapter 8. She sets the book down, raises both arms to stretch and yawn, which delights the class. She adjusts her pigtails. Beneath each lovely arm is a slick of grown-up blue-green stubble. Before starting again, she looks at the upturned faces, taking them in. When her eyes rest on Paul, he feels his heart breaking, and he bursts into tears. In July, Sandy, who's 12, a summer girl from Waterbury, laughs while teaching 9-year-old Paul the French kiss, her back against the chain-link fence. She wears tight jeans. He has to kiss her friend Debbie, too, but it's Sandy he loves. All songs that summer are about her. Later, he writes to her in red ink and signs, "I love you, love, Paul." She's gone, and he doesn't know where to send it, so it goes into his wicker box on his top shelf with his other valuables. His sister and her friend Melanie find the letter and read it out loud until Paul takes a knife from the kitchen counter and threatens to kill them. That August, he plays spin the bottle with Don's babysitter, Terry, 16, Don and Don's sister, Charlene, who's 7. They spin a tube of caulking. Terry is twice his size, with big boobs under her black tank top. Her tongue is cold and rough, and he tastes her cigarettes. Charlene looks like a baby with a wig, and her tiny flitting tongue makes Paul think of a bird. Terry is a Jehovah's Witness. Another day she tells him that the world will end in 3.5 years, and that he should never smoke pot. And then she presses his hand against her blouse, against her big soft tit. In September, she's arrested for armed robbery with her boyfriend, who's in the Navy. In the fall of 5th grade, Patty says she's his girlfriend. So on Sunday he bikes over, and in her big house where her parents never are, she smokes Salems, and they listen to Elton John and make out on the living room couch, even though her older sisters, Maureen, 13, and Colby, 15, are home. In the late afternoon, he sits on a stool in the kitchen as Maureen and Colby coo. He's a little hippie, they say. They give him sips of beer, take turns seeing how well he can kiss. He is happy. Patty watches from the doorway, smoking and angry. Later, in her bedroom, Patty asks him to feel her up, and he shakes his head. Nah, don't feel like it, he says, imagining what is up there. A boy's chest, pale, flat, 2 raspberries on a slice of white bread. Noreen is a stick with a Tweety Bird mouth, which he kisses one night at the junior high school dance. They are dancing to the Stones' Angie, and everything he doesn't know about everything in the world is in that song, and in Noreen's lips and her candy smell and the blue windbreaker she's wearing. He is sure he is in love. Another time they go to the movies with Noreen's older sister, The Trial of Billy Jack. Noreen breaks up with him as they're finding their seats.